So action cameras, yes, they are meant for action, but a lot of us out there use it for vlogging or documenting your travels. So today I wanted to share my thoughts on which is the best action camera for not action. I have the top three here, the GoPro Hero 13, the Insta360 Ace Pro 2, and the DJI Action 5 Pro. And I'll be judging all of these on video and audio quality, convenience and start time, as well as the extra modes or features and the accessories. So let's get started.
Mr. Black.
And by the way, welcome to the channel, and as you can see, I'm using one of these three cameras right now, and I'll put the name of the camera up in the top corner so you can see which camera is being used when. If you see any B-roll, that is shot with my phone. Also, if you like action camera kind of videos, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, and while you're down there, hit that subscribe button, and don't be a stranger. And I'll also put links to everything down in the description. And just so you know, this is not sponsored. None of these companies asked me to make this video. I just wanted to test these out, share my thoughts and experiences with you guys, and also by the end of it, I'd love to know your thoughts. Leave a comment and let me know which one you think is the best camera for non-action. And a further note, I'm using all of the cameras without any kind of microphones or any kind of wind reduction. I just want to share what they are exactly as you would take them out and hit record. All right, starting with the video quality, the Hero 13 gets you up to 5.3K at 60 frames per second or 4K 120 frames per second. The Action 5 Pro can get you up to 4K 120, and the Ace Pro 2 gets you up to 8K 30 frames per second, or 4K 120 frames per second with the ability to zoom in 2 times because of that 8K. If you are watching this on your phone, make sure you turn it up to the highest quality. I'm uploading this in 4K. And since we're specifically talking about vlogging, which one looks best on me? I'm holding this out about 2 feet away from my face. If I bring it in closer, it might be a little bit out of focus. That might be all right, but usually it's about right there. That's the sweet spot. But also there's different fields of view, like this one is super view. And then we have hyper view, which is the widest. So definitely captures a lot more of me and the surroundings. But they also have linear, like this, which is a little bit more zoomed in, less of that warped wide angle effect. And then they have linear plus, which is like linear plus the horizon leveling. So if I am moving the camera around, maybe if I'm on this boat and it's wobbling back and forth, it's gonna keep the horizon flat. So this is the Ace Pro, this is the de-warped. This is Ultra, so it has a little bit of that warp action to it. This is Mega, so it has a little bit more. And this is the Action field of view, so yeah, a lot more field of view, as you can see, which is, you know, this would be cool if you're going through a city, you're talking about it, and you can see all the landscape behind you. This is linear, so this is gonna be more of a straight camera shot and not any kind of warping or wide angle. One other side note with the Ace Pro 2, you know, the flip up screen, I wasn't really a big fan of it, but it's a lot easier to frame up my shot and just see it a lot more clearly than it is with the other ones. So I really do like that a lot. So this one right here is the wide field of view. This is the standard de-warped field of view. And this is the ultra wide field of view right here. So this is as wide as it gets on the Action 5 Pro. Okay, now that the sun is coming down, let's have a look at the difference with HDR. Just walking to the front of the ship with each camera, I'll change between the different ones, and you'll also be able to hear the differences in the wind. But here is that sun behind me. Which all of them look amazing considering you can see my face in all of them with that bright backlight. But which one do you think looks the best? So like inside with inside lighting. Also, let's check out what it looks like just inside. So this is on the cruise ship. We're gonna walk down these stairs. And let's also walk through the hallway. The Action 5 Pro might have the advantage on this one, but maybe only slightly from the Ace Pro 2. What do you think? All right, this is super night on the Action 5 Pro. It is dark, there's a couple of little lights around the ship, but nothing too exciting. Ace Pro 2 is like easily the best in like no light. So if there's zero light at all, it does the best job. But one of the things I love is that it recognizes, it sees my face, and it gives priority to my face. We all knew that GoPro was hopeless on this one. This is low light. I can't even see me. So I have it set to 4K, 30 frames per second. Kind of a better indoor thing, but yeah. I'm still here, the exact same shot that you saw on the other ones. All right, so it's the next day, and we're talking about the audio. So the onboard mics of these things. Now, one thing that gives the Action 5 Pro a huge advantage is the ability to connect to the DJI wireless mic 2. You can have two of them connected, and you have no receivers, no cords, and it sounds amazing. But just going off of the onboard microphones, the built-in mics, this is what it sounds like. Now with the Ace Pro 2, it does give you the ability to go in, you can turn off wind reduction as well, but you can also set it on voice enhance, or you can set it on stereo. But the Ace Pro 2 does have that like big little microphone thing on the front, and I think that makes a huge difference. Everything that I've played back, even like in windy conditions, the Ace Pro 2 seems to be the best. And this is the GoPro Hero 13 microphones. It has that cool little grill on the front of the 13. This is what it sounds like. Yeah, there's quite a bit of noise on the front of the ship, but there is no wind where I'm at currently here. But this is what it sounds like. Another thing we can talk about is size comparison. A lot of times when you are vlogging, walking around with your camera, you don't want to look like you have a big camera out. You want to be a little bit more inconspicuous. And even though I'm filming with the Ace Pro 2 right now, I think that it is the biggest setup because you have the screen that flips up, and it's also bigger than the other ones as well. It's just a lot more noticeable as a camera itself. So if you're trying to be a little bit more like hidden, you're not going to want to go with the Ace Pro 2. But having that flip up screen, I didn't think I was going to like it as much. I thought I would like it more having the screen on the side like the other ones do. But having that bigger screen and being able to see like your surroundings is a lot more helpful than I was expecting in comparison to the other ones, where like if you're getting a low to the ground shot, or maybe like you're recording on your bike or something like that, you can't see your shot, but you could flip up the screen on the Ace Pro 2 and see it clearly. The Action 5 Pro has that big advantage of having the front screen being a touch screen. That way you can actually change settings right there on the front. GoPro is kind of notorious for not having that great of a touch screen. I mean, when you compare it, it's just nowhere near as good. All right, so now let's talk about like ease of use. If you put all three together and you press the quick capture to start recording, Action 5 Pro is definitely faster than all of them. So if you wanted to capture something really quickly, yeah, that will start right up. One of the cool things about the Ace Pro 2 that I've noticed is you can cancel the recording, or you can pause the recording. So if you're doing a take that you didn't like, you can just hold down the shutter button to cancel that recording. And if you're maybe wanting just to pause it because you're waiting for something, you can hit the pause button and then unpause it, which is a great way to save space on your like memory card, because you'll have like a lot of extra stuff on there that you don't need. The Action 5 Pro has internal storage, and although you're gonna want to use an SD card or micro SD card, I love that they have that, because sometimes you might forget to put the micro SD card in it, and you get somewhere and you're like, oh no. Actually makes a big difference. Like, that helps out a lot. DJI Action 5 Pro has the best battery life, but the Ace Pro 2 also has really good battery life. It depends on what resolution you're using. Both of those have really good battery charging systems and fast charging. Another important one for ease of use is getting your files onto your computer. With the Ace Pro 2 and the Action 5 Pro, you can simply just plug your camera into your computer and it gives you a prompt, and then you're using it as a hard drive. It shows up, it's easy. GoPro does not. And it's very frustrating. You plug it in, it doesn't show up as a hard drive. You have to like open up a video editor or something like that with importing, and you can import it in that way. Even when I just tried it then, it didn't even show the regular files, and that was really irritating. So I had to go and get an SD card reader and import it that way. There are also some in-camera features that are really big. If you look at like GoPro and you go through like the menu, you don't really get that many options, maybe like time warp and video and photos. But with like Insta360, you get a lot more options, even dash cam, star time lapses, things like that. At this point, it sounds like this video is sponsored by Insta360. I get it. It's not. This is just the stuff that I've discovered as I've been using all of them. I do think that GoPro has the easiest mounting system, because it's basically got all three. It's got the GoPro mount, it's got the screw thread, and it's got the quick release mount. You have to buy that separately. Ace Pro 2 and DJI just have the quick release mounts, which can go to those other things, but it would be kind of nice if they had all of those options as well. Once you get past the mount, I mean, basically all of the accessories are interchangeable. GoPro has a variety of different lenses, including a macro lens, and also their like max lens mod, which is amazing for action. It also would look cool in like vlogging situations. So there is a lot of factors that go into using your action camera as a vlogging camera and what makes it the best one. And to be honest, I actually went into this thing thinking I was gonna pick the Action 5 Pro because it's smaller, touchscreen's great, starts up really fast, great quality, the DJI wireless microphone system. But I mean, I'm ending with the camera that I think is the better option for vlogging. It's the Ace Pro 2. If I was to grade them on all of that stuff, I would say the GoPro would probably be like a B-, maybe C+. The Action 5 Pro would be an A-, and the Ace Pro 2 would be like an A, almost A+. There's a lot of things they could probably use from each other that would make it even better, but I really didn't think I was gonna like this one as much. But looking back on all like the footage and low light and even the audio. So if you're looking to vlog and do your travels and you have that 2x zoom and stuff like that, I think the Ace Pro 2 is the right one for you. The Action 5 Pro is probably the easiest. So if you're not someone that wants to dive into their camera that much, you just kind of want to hit record and go for it. I mean, it's very simple. I mean, the GoPro has its advantages, and that 5.3K does look really good in action scenarios. Also, you have that hyper view, which is like ultra wide and crazy. Anyway, I just wanted to make that video. I'm a musician working on this cruise ship for the week, and I thought it'd be fun to get those 3 cameras out and test them out. But also, let me know in the comments which one you thought looked the best and sounded the best. If you want to see some other action camera kind of videos and settings and things like that, I have them on the screen right there. And you know what, actually, if you want to see what it's like to work on a cruise ship, I'll put that video right there. So click one of those, and I'll see you there.